Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to pop on tonight. So we're going to talk about branding, we're going to talk about marketing, and we're going to talk about selling. So we're talking about obviously social media and posting tonight. And first I want you to just kind of think about what kind of content you are posting, and will people see your posts as somewhat of an opportunity? This has really helped me think about what kind of feeling is someone going to get from my post. Are they going to get a feeling of, this could be something that's financial freedom, she's having fun, looks like she's getting ahead in life. Do my posts promote health and wellness? And so I'm always thinking about, will people see this as some kind of opportunity, right? Most people purchase things they have an emotional feeling. You purchase things on emotion. Like when I purchased my Jeep, I had my Jeep on my dream board for a long time. And when I finally saved up enough from Plexus, I went and paid cash for it. And I'm telling you, like, the emotions all around that purchase were huge. But I also had a lot of emotions attached to that because I had it on my dream board for like 3 years. And really strongly in the last year and a half, I was like, I am getting a Jeep. This is the summer, it's coming up. And you know how it is when you have like buyer's remorse? I didn't have buyer's remorse with my Jeep, but there's all these emotions attached to when you purchase something. You get excited and you see a friend doing something and you're like, I have to do it. Your emotions are all like there. And that's what makes you decide to do something. Most of the time, you're like emotionally attached to it somehow. So think about what your posts are operating from. Like where are you operating from when you post? Are you in a place of gratitude? Are you in a place of feeling happy? Are you in a place of feeling truly healthy? Where are you coming from emotionally? Where are you operating from? Are you operating from a place of scarcity? If you operate from a place of scarcity and you post, that post is going to sound like you came from that place of scarcity. So think about that as you post as well. And then also I want to talk about having just like a balanced social media. So this is the cool part. So instead of just posting Pink Drink does this, Active does that, and all these facts about every single product or something, Pink Drink here, Pink Drink there, and all these facts and sciencey things about it, think about posting a family photo and you've got your pink drink in your hand, or you're working out and you've got Active in your hand, but you're not talking about Active. You're maybe not even mentioning Active. You have your pink drink sitting on the table and you're taking a picture of your kids. Maybe a kid's drink is next to your kids, but you're not talking about the kid's drink. But people are going to start seeing that this is a pattern for you and that this is a lifestyle for you. And you're going to start seeing that that is going to build belief. So it's not necessarily, hey, this is the pink drink and here's what it is and it has chromium and here's all the benefits of chromium. This is going to balance your hormones. So we don't need like all those facts. But everything that you do, think about, how could I incorporate having, grab your drink. When you mix your drink in the morning, think and be creative of like, how could I take a picture with that? But not say the words pink drink or Plexus or Slim or Active or whatever it might be. Even sometimes I will post with the pills in my hand and I'll talk about less inflammation. This is going to help me sleep tonight. Sweet dreams, different things like that. But I'm not mentioning this is Ease, and it has turmeric and bromelain and green lipped mussel, and here's all the benefits of that. So having that balanced media without saying the word active or slim or ease or MetaBurn. Think about incorporating those into some pictures without saying them. I'm going to show you something real quick. So this is my pie chart. And my engineering husband put this together for me. Can you guys see it? Can you see it better now? Whoops. Better now? Okay, cool. So you've got the marketing, which is 20 to 30%. You've got your branding, which is going to be 60% of your post content, and the selling part. Now we're going to break it down and talk about what each of those is. So 60% is going to be branding. When you think about branding, that is like the umbrella over everything. Branding is who are you and what do you stand for? Leah is going into bow hunting, and like this is going to be part of her brand. I can see it coming. Full force ahead. And she did a really cool post with showing that, I think it was in your stories, or I think it was your stories. And she just had that active drink in her hand. She didn't talk about active. She's out bow hunting, being active, but she's not talking about this energy drink, and she's not giving all the facts about it. So that was awesome. I loved seeing that because I was like, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. I can use that as an example. So what makes you you? Think about the 4 things that you're passionate about. You know, for me, it's God, it's my family, it's the outdoors and fitness, it's healthy living. I love decorating as well, but choose like the 4 things that you're most passionate about. I love photography too, you guys. And I thought, as I was thinking about this today and kind of preparing for this call, I was like, I love photography, and I used to have that. That was part of me, and I've gotten away from it, but I am gonna come back. I love to play with my camera. So, but over the years, I haven't, like in the past few years. So people don't see that really probably as my brand, you know? And you could even ask somebody, ask a close friend or your boyfriend or husband, like, what do you see when you see me, you know? So what makes you you? And write down those 4 or 5 things that makes you unique and special. The things that you're most passionate about. Homeschooling for us now has become part of that. So people will be seeing a lot of that as well with me and my brand. And then let's talk about 20 to 30% is the marketing part of what you post. And this is so cool. So this marketing part supports the industry of your business. This supports your business, all the things that you're marketing. Have you guys heard of attraction marketing? And that's where people are pulled into what you're doing, attraction marketing. So say that this is an example of someone who is out hiking or whatever at 10 a.m. in the morning, and you're showing that you're out hiking, and that is actually marketing. It's marketing time freedom. Because some people who are sitting at work all day long or working 10-hour shifts, they're looking at you out hiking and at 10 a.m. and you're marketing the time freedom that you have with your business. And maybe you're out hiking, and that also is marketing your energy that you have to keep up. Maybe you do have an 8 or 10-hour shift, and then you after work are out working out, hiking, biking, being active, or doing whatever you're doing. That also is marketing energy, because look what you did all day long and you've shared it, and they're now seeing you keep going like the Energizer Bunny. So that is kind of a way of like, you're actually marketing the energy. So when people are watching you, they're like, dang, I know she just worked all day long. She's got a full-time job and now she's out doing XYZ. I want her energy. I need her energy. And she always has this pink drink thing in some of her photos and the orange drink. I don't know what that is, but that must be helping her like keep going. And obviously like that's marketing without saying pink drink or the active or whatever. Maybe it's trips. And that is marketing financial freedom to people who are watching you. They're like, oh my gosh, I want to go on a trip. We never go on trips, you know? So that's marketing financial freedom. Does that make sense to you guys, the marketing part? I hope that just like clicks, because that really clicks with me. And then we've got the 10 to 20%, which is the actual selling. And this is where you're talking about actually, like you're just putting it out there. You know, what was that post? I need 6 people to try my pink drink, blah, blah, blah. That was like right out there. Sometimes people will post things like 6 free memberships for the, or memberships for the next 6 people that contact me today, or, you know, like that's putting it right out there. We have a promotion or we've got a sale going on, like the kids supplements that we have going on, and that extra 20% off. People are, you know, I've seen people just posting like just that, and we've got this great discount, and that is totally selling. But here's the key thing before selling can happen is that you need to build belief in your people who are watching you first, so that then when you come around and sell, they have already been sold on the product. So before selling anything, build belief in the products, that builds up the industry with your marketing. And I think that's just like a light bulb moment, right? Like, okay, so when I am talking about something, I'm coming right out and selling something, maybe if people aren't responding, I haven't built enough belief and I haven't done enough of that marketing. Maybe they don't know what my brand is. Maybe I'm confused about my brand. What do I stand for? So thinking about those 4 things you're passionate about, posting about those 4 things, marketing, everything that you're doing is marketing in some way, financial freedom, health, energy, great skin. I mean, it just, the list goes on and on and on. And when people start seeing that, by the time you actually do some kind of post where you're offering something, they're already sold because they've been watching you. And that's why I tell people all the time too, post something every day. Live out loud. Live out loud those 4 things that you're super passionate about. If it's a quote and you like to inspire people, I love to uplift women and give women hope and things like that. A lot of times I just blog my thoughts, and I like to do that. So selling is the background of all of this. So they'll be more likely to jump on a post when all of that belief is built up. I've had people join me literally and have watched for 3 years. It's crazy. These are people I've chatted with, I've sent videos to. These are people I've invited to events and invited to events again and invited to events again, or offered a free sample to. Maybe they've even won a free sample at an event. And all of a sudden something hits them and they're like, okay, I really need to do this thing that you have been talking about. And every time I'm like, yay, happy dance. And it happens, you guys, a lot. All of the people that joined me in August were friends that have been just watching and have definitely been invited to events. Actually, not everything. 2 of them actually out of the blue that I didn't know very well at all messaged me. But they messaged me because they were seeing all the things that I've been doing over the past few years. And, you know, people keep seeing that. They're finally just like, gosh dang it, that Leah, all that dang energy she's got. She's always looking vibrant. Okay, fine. Tell me what you're doing. And you're like inside, like so excited, but you're like, keep it all casual. Oh yeah, let's chat. Let's pick up the phone and chat. What else did I write down here? Oh, expanding your marketing. Really try to think like outside the box of Facebook. Think about expanding your marketing into Instagram, and definitely utilize stories. I will have like 120 views on my stories a day. And I remember when I first started doing stories, it'd be like 8 people, because you can see how many people view it. And it'd be like 8, 10, 12, 5. And then it just kept building up. And it's really cool to see as well, like, you can see when I posted this kind of content, my views go higher. And when I post a different kind of content, I can see my views go lower. So it really is kind of cool to see like what your network likes to see more of. And so, yeah, like I'll have 100 plus views a day now. And it's really nice too, because I can go back through and I can be like, who actually followed this story all the way to the end? That's who I want to talk to. And that's like, they go on my list in my book that has all my list of names. Like I have this book, it just goes everywhere with me, and I write down new contacts, new friends, people I definitely want to talk to. So if they've followed my story from the moment I shared my pink drink mixing up in the morning to maybe a couple tests, like they're interested, because there's some stories that I'll share some facts about gut health, and I try to not make that too long. And then I'll incorporate like what we're doing in the day. We're out playing basketball. Now I'm out hiking up this hill. Now I'm out, you know, whatever. That part of my branding, homeschooling was in there today in my stories. But it's cool to see people follow through. And some people will watch 1 or 2 and then they drop off. They swiped me. So I love stories, and stories are super popular way of marketing right now. And you can talk. They've got amazing filters that make you look so amazing. You don't have to use a filter, like swipe it over, be real, whatever, I don't care. I've done that too. And Leah's seen me, all makeup off, putting my Joyome on. Hello, the real me. I'll get up in the morning and it's like bedhead, I'll do it. And you know what, you guys, I feel more confident doing it in my stories than I do on a live that way. I don't know why, I love stories. Stories, you can also do polls. So it's a great way to, you know, ask a question in those stories. And if you're gonna do polls, and we can do more training on this, like Instagram and stuff and stories at another time, but I love the polls. Do you need clean energy? And your poll could be like, I'm totally curious. Heck yes. Instead of just a yes or no answer, you know, be creative with those answers. Am I still on? Okay, my internet was like wonky for a second. So the polls are an awesome way to pull people in with the stories, seeing who's watching, building up that number of people that are watching your, what do I call it? Your audience, I guess you could call it. What else did I have here? You can also utilize events. You can put events on there, you know, talking about an event, of what's coming up in that event. You can highlight people that you're helping. I love to highlight people on my team, like she achieved this, she earned this, she earned that. And my friends are seeing like, oh my gosh, right? Like she's with, and to me that markets community. The community that we have and the love that we have within our Plexus family. There's a lot of people, and I know I was one of them, that I felt I didn't have a community like I do now. And I love the closeness. And so I know there's other women out there that feel that same way. They might be feeling lonely and be like, God, I want to be with a group of women that have this awesome, energized, vibe to them and excitement, and they're working on mindset and bettering themselves and working towards financial freedom and all those things. So yeah, that's another way I guess I'm marketing the community. Community is a big one. We just had that boom, aha moment. So yeah, so that's kind of all I have for you guys tonight. I just thought I'll open it up for any questions, but I think this is kind of really good to think about as you're posting. What am I putting out there? What am I marketing? Because if you go back and even look through your newsfeed, I bet you could be like, that is marketing time freedom. This is marketing that I have time to go play and have fun. That I have energy to do this. That I homeschooling, that I have patience. Right, Dawn? Patience. Oh. All right. So I hope that hit home for you guys. I think it just like opens up this great discussion about how to post better, being creative and knowing that what you're putting out there, people are watching, and that you are seriously marketing your business. So if anyone has questions. I don't know why it has a button here. It says ask to unmute, but I don't know, like if you're trying to like say something like raise your hand or whatever, and I unmuted everybody, so.
I am guilty of posting a lot of facts because I like facts.
Mm-hmm.
But I
You're
don't.
a researcher.
I don't ever take selfies. I really need to get better at that. To post
Well,
stuff.
yeah, and you know what? It doesn't even need to necessarily be a selfie. Like you could have your drink laying on the table and seriously show your decorations in the background there. That's pretty dang awesome. Like, think about let's go around once and just like right on a whim here. What are the 4 things that you're most passionate about, Mindy? Like,
God, family, decorating, because I love that. Decorating, refinishing things. That's like a huge. I don't have any other passion. Plexus now.
Health and wellness. Health and wellness is in there, right? Health and wellness is definitely in there for all of us. But yeah, I mean, think about, you could just have your pink drink laying on the table, like get a cute wine glass. It's just sitting there. Have your feet up on the table and maybe your pink drink sitting there, and maybe you have a devotion book in your lap, some kind of a visual like that. And you can just kind of see the pink drink sitting over there. Starting out my day with my devotions, you're not, but your pink drink's kind of like sitting by your devotion, and this is just an idea, thinking out loud. Yeah.
For those grandbabies.
Yeah.
You've got those grandbabies.
That's true.
And that is one of your passions. And you have posted with them before, and I have seen you even do selfies with them. If that's more comfortable,
yeah,
do things like that.
Yeah.
Let them drink in their drink, you, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like just do you. Don't have
absolutely.
to be. That was something I had to really learn, because I was trying to mimic other people that I was looking up to in Plexus and wanting to look like that and be like them. And I realized I just needed to stop trying so hard to be something else. Like just, and you'll find your niche, and I'm still working on it too, but just the little things like it was a conscious thought to take a picture with my bow and the drink, but I had it with me and I had the bow with me, and I'm like, why don't I just snap a picture really quick?
Yeah.
And it was so spur of the moment that the selfie turned out a lot better. Like sometimes when I overthink it, I'm like all awkward and I'm taking like 10 pictures and I can't find the right angle and the lighting's not right. So then I'm like, I don't even have dark circles right now, but it looks like I do. And outdoor lighting is usually better. So just those little things. And also, Mindy, don't beat yourself up about posting facts,
No.
because there is a lot of sciencey people out there. And I'm pretty sure the facts that I was posting were what drew you in. So I think really what Tina was getting at was just finding also your comfort with the other things, just that sneaky post. Like you could even do a post about, I had a gal that accidentally posted about her new blender and accidentally posted with her, I mean, she wasn't accidentally doing it, but she took a picture of the blender and her lean shakes and her active were sitting beside it, and people started asking questions about it.
Oh, nice.
I mean, but just things like that, like, oh, my new kitchen thing, my new teapot. Whatever.
Yeah, what's in the background? My basket of supplements is back here.
I could be good.
I've done a baking video before, and like my supplements are right back here. And yes, don't compare yourself. Like, I'm glad you brought that up, Leah, because you can go onto Instagram especially, and even you can Facebook too, but Instagram is very much all of these can be perfect, beautiful pictures. And I used to think, oh God, if my pictures could just like look like that, my whole page, like, so like someone will have like a hint of pink in all their pictures or a hint of brown in all their, like, just be yourself and don't waste time like trying to be this person's perfect Instagram, you know, because people will relate to you. Otherwise your people are going to be like, who is she now? You know, they know what you are. You're just kind of like taking it to another level, and like have your grandkids in the morning, mix them all a drink and you're giving them breakfast or whatever your routine is. Take a picture of all these kids and just like post about how special each one of them are. They're going to see the drink in front of them. They're going, there's those kids with that drink again. I know that's not orange juice because I think I've seen her say something about a kid's drink before. But yeah, and I agree with Leah too. Like, we do need to have facts sometimes. You know, there's times I've said, you know, this is what the pink drink is. And I loved the facts about that drink because I think that it's not just about a weight loss. Like, this drink is power packed, and I want people to see the benefits of that. So I think there's definitely a place for having all the science and facts too. And I'm a researcher and I love that stuff too. So this is more just thinking outside the box a little bit about just different things, different ways that you can post about life happening and how that's marketing time freedom, or that's marketing financial freedom, or it's marketing energy, or it's marketing like grandkids health, but you're not talking about it.
Also another, so I can forget to post, or I can forget to take a picture of something, which is really frustrating, or I can fall off the face of the earth like I do for like the last month, where I get overwhelmed and stop. But what I was going to say, to get to the point after I stop rambling, is when you see something that you are like, oh, that flower, take a picture of it. If you don't post it that day, it can always be a post later. I saw this flower, or my flowers are growing, or my kid did this, or I did this, or because sometimes some days it's just kind of a blah day and you're like, so maybe you post about the facts that day, but then you can slide in the thing, hey, I forgot to show you my flowers the other day, or my grandkids the other day, or whatever. Maybe.
And you don't even need to say the other day. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if anyone has Samsung Notes, but I have a Samsung and it has notes, and I literally will take a whole bunch of pictures all week. I save, you guys, when I go to bed, my creative juices are flowing. Like, I am going to one day write a book because I get creative. Like, I could stay up till 3 a.m. writing a book. I just need to do it. But I get creative when I lay down. I just want to like write. I want to write. I'm like, my feelings are there. Like, I'm creative. And so what I've learned to do is I'll just write it in the notes of my phone and I'll write on here that it's a post for September, and I can come back to this and be like, I do this all the time. I hardly ever post the day of. Like, I literally most of the time have something saved or a photo saved that I can then expand on and post about. It really, really is helpful, because on the weekend, I can sit down and go, here's what I'm going to post on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah, and then you're not like, oh my gosh, it's 10, I didn't post today. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And then freak out about it or something. So yeah, like like she said, take a picture of the flowers and save that for a post. Take a picture of the kids with the breakfast and some, mega kids drink, and save it for a post. Wow, I'm glad you brought that up, Leah. That's because I save stuff. I've probably got at least 15 posts saved for September right now. And I may not, some of them I might just post in October. I don't know, because something else might hit me on a certain day and I want to post about that instead, just, live out loud and let people in that way. So yeah, that's.
The other thing is, I posted that thing on September 1st and it just gets like buried. You know what I mean? It's so hard. I don't know how to bring it back up. Like yesterday I told Sylvie to go and comment on it. You know what I mean? So it would bring it back up for a while. And
so here's what you can do. Here's what you can do as well. Like, I have discovered that when I post first thing in the morning, for me, a lot of people see my post if I post it first thing in the morning. And that's why when the creative juices are flowing at night and I'm posting it in here, this is what I'm going to post tomorrow morning. I always know what I'm going to post typically in the morning, 95% of the time. But I have discovered, and you can play with this, does my post get traction at 7 or 8 at night? I've played with that and see, what is your audience doing? Are they chilling out and on the phone, and do they see stuff then? Are they more apt to see it in the morning? I've also posted on Saturdays. Not good for me. I don't know why, but I had a really good post on Saturday. And I don't think anybody saw it. Everybody's out having fun, like enjoying the last days of warm air, I guess, and temperatures. But then I post Sunday morning. Sunday mornings are big. I don't know, people are on their way to church, or they're sitting home watching church and looking at Facebook. I don't know, but that's been good for me. And so what I am going to do about my Saturday, if you have a good post, delete it and post it another day. And tell us, go comment on that thing, we'll go comment it in the first half hour. You get more comments, it boosts it up in the newsfeed that first half hour. So yeah, I mean, I've done that before where I'm just deleting that. It was a great post. I'm going to post it another day. And then I posted it and get like 27 comments. And it's like, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If you ladies post like about anything, but just tell me, like, and text me or drop it in Messenger.
Yeah.
Because I will check those no matter if I'm working or running around with kids. Usually I can see Messenger and I'll just see who it is that's been, okay, well, what are they, what's going on? And I will run over and check your post out and help, comment, because I want to see it anyways.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll miss that stuff, and like,
Yeah, we don't see each other's
things
posts.
get busy.
We don't always see it. Like, I don't see each other's posts. There's a lot of times I don't. And I want to see my Plexus sisters, but I really want to see all my other friends who aren't in Plexus. And sometimes all Plexus can be in my news feed. And so it takes me going and being aware of, go to my non-Plexus friends, and being involved in their life. So then I start seeing their pages again. Because sometimes it just goes through waves where I'm like, where did those 10 friends go? If you go comment, go search their page. Yeah, and then yeah.
Okay.
Good discussion.
That was one more thing I wanted to say. For me personally, just an aha moment for me. Find joy in your posting. don't make it a chore, because that is where I fell off for a little bit. I was stressing, like Tina was saying, don't stress about it. Don't make it a big stressful thing. Just find fun in it, enjoy in it. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be extravagant. It doesn't need to be Plexus.
Yeah.
Just have fun. And I've had a lot more fun posting lately, because I'm just on a whim posting something and I'm like, whatever happens. Like, obviously I want to pay attention to if people are commenting, but I'm not taking it personal either. Like, oh my gosh, nobody said anything, or nobody liked it, or and that's where I used to get hard on myself. People are still watching you.
Yeah. Don't attach yourself to the outcome of that post, right? Don't make it mean something. If there's not comments or a few comments, don't attach some kind of meaning to it that's actually not there. That's like a red light story. We can tell ourselves, oh my gosh, I'm never going to post now. Nobody commented. Nobody's seen anything. Oh yes, they are. Because I've had people join me that typically didn't ever comment on a post and didn't even like it, you guys. And they're on my team, and there's a lot of them. And I'm like, it's like, wow, you didn't even support any of my posts, and now you want my help to get healthy. Okay, let's do it. But yeah, Leah, you're bringing up some really good stuff. It's like, I needed this. Yeah.
Well, most of it is just my own personal experience, because I wasn't good at posting before I started doing Plexus, and then I had fun with it, and then it turned into a chore because that's what I made it into.
Right.
And now I've found the fun in it again. Like, just having fun with it. Do
you feel like you hit a place of like, we always talk about just live out loud. And it sounds to me like you kind of got to this place, like, I'm living out loud and I'm not attached to any kind of result when I post. I'm just living out loud.
And also not, just living out loud and just being me.
Yeah.
Like, not thinking, oh, my hair isn't as thick as everybody else's, or I don't look as young as she does, or I'm not as thin, or I'm not as, curvy, or whatever it may be. Those are the things that would run through my head.
I'm so glad you got rid of those thoughts.
Mine too. It still does, trust me. I'm not quite there yet, Leah.
I think the more that you just start detaching from a result of a post and not thinking of it as work, not thinking of it as a task, like, I have to do this post in order to get a new customer today. Instead of not thinking in that way, just living out loud and simply sharing your gifts about God, your thoughts, your positivity, your grandkids you're super passionate about, your decorating. Like, I want to see more of your decorating. I really do. I want to see that.
I love that stuff. I have tons of those pictures.
There you go. Easy posts. And people love decorating posts. I mean, really, isn't that kind of how Pinterest started, was pretty much decorating?
And you know what? Instagram, I mean, I know that's part of you. That's part of what makes you you. You love to decorate, and you could have so much fun with that on Instagram and just have some really beautiful, pictures of all the things that you do. I just think that would be really, really, really neat.
And you can use it as a way to get your audience to interact by asking them, do you like this better, or do you like this better? Like this grouping of decorations, or if you're picking something else out new. Really quickly, Dawn dropped in the chat a really good point. And actually, if you go to my Facebook, there's a really good example of this, Dawn. She said how she's posted videos before. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Here. She's posted videos before, and there's been like 7 likes or 7 comments, but there's like 100 and some views, or 70 views, whatever. If you go to my Facebook right now, you'll see my nighttime routine live that I did. And there's something like 127 views, 0 comments, and some likes and hearts. And I go back and I look at it and I check it, and I'm like, People are still watching. They didn't have to click on it. It's not live anymore.
Right,
They're
right.
going and viewing it. So yeah, exactly, Dawn. That's exactly it. They're still watching.
I love that we can see how many views there are. I don't think can you see who viewed it on Facebook? Okay. And that's the one thing I like about stories is you can actually see who. I wish there was a view for that. Well, don't you guys on Facebook, like they need to have who viewed it? Who was the 100 and something? Who's watching me and go to their page and be like, oh, yep, Sally needs better skin. I'm going to put her on my list to talk to.
Right.
This is fun, you know, and I told Terry, my husband, the other night, I was just like, I had a fun time doing that interview with Ryan Flatt, and I posted in my stories about it. I put fun music to it. And just different things that you can put music to. I'm a music person. I danced forever, most of my life, you know? And so I like to put music with a photo or music with a video. So I have fun with it that way. And Terry will watch my story and he's just like laughing about it. Oh my gosh, this is funny. And I love when I get the reactions, the little, you can do a heart or a like or a laughing face or whatever emoji. And I love getting those from people. But also remember, we need to also go pay attention to other people's posts. And when we're also watching other people's stories, give them some hearts, give them some thumbs up, give them a smile emoji or a caring emoji, you know, because then you're interacting and building relationship with all of those people. So that's a good tip to remember too, because then they're going to come back. They'll be, she's always hearting me. She's so nice. And if she's not seeing your story, she's going to go to your page and see if you are posting stories or see what you are up to, because you're giving all this love all the time and likes, or even commenting on a Facebook post or an Instagram post. And I've gotten a lot of new friends that way, where I've followed them, but they weren't following me on Instagram. But I go comment and start being really active on their page, and then all of a sudden, got a friend request from her. I'm like, yay! So keep that in mind, you know, like give out what we want to receive, you know, like be that person that's giving the love and support as well. And it definitely, like, I think God just brings that blessing back to us all the time.
Dawn had a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Dawn asked if we can post in Marketplace.
I wouldn't probably do that, just because there's no connection with people, and it's definitely a salesy way to go. Like, we want to build relationship with people. We kind of want to get them in a conversation. But yeah, I would probably not do that, just because you're going to miss out, you know. And I always say too, like, don't just give someone your website and say, here, check out my products, because then there's no relationship and there's no connection with that person. But if we talk to them first and find out what is their life like, what are their health goals, and make it all about them and not about us. To me, posting a sales thing is like, that's all about us. We just want a sale. But when we talk to people and have that connection, and see what they need, what their health goals are, then we can show them that we have a solution to that problem. We can talk about that. And that builds trust and relationship. And for the long haul, that person's going to be more committed and more dedicated, and really builds trust for yourself too. Like, they're going to trust you to help them.
Yeah, when they suddenly go from not pooping to pooping a lot, if you don't have a relationship with them, they're not going to tell you. They're just going to quit. They're like, I'm out. I'm not doing this. Like, that's what Tina's really, you know, taught me, is she taught me that relationship is so important. Because people need to know that you're actually there. Like, you need to ask them about poop first, so that they know that they can talk to you about the poop. because otherwise, Don's laughing. You can do it through Messenger first. You don't have to do it over the phone.
No, you gotta
It's
do
a lot
it. You gotta do
easier
it
than
through a voice message. By the way, I was not pooping for 12 days, but yeah. Let them hear your voice.
90% of my new people are like, I can't believe I'm talking to you about poop. And I'm like, I know. I said,
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like anything to me now, but I understand at first you're like, yeah, okay. But I'm like, well, so what was the consistency of it? How many times?
Stop. We just need a poop graphic and they can just pick. I would be like, none of those fit mine. Mine was very original. So I'm gonna stop recording. We can hang out here just for a second, but thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna stop record so that those who are catching this don't get freaked out by all the poop, but they all know we talk about poop anyway. So I'm gonna.
And they should know that it's important. It is honestly one of the first things I ask people about